George Grobbelaar, Senior Safety Compliance Officer of George Airport and former operational firefighter for ACSA George, went out to help fight the Knysna fires. We caught up with him to hear his experience.
Hi, I'm George Grobbelaar and I'm a Senior Safety Compliance Officer at George Airport, and I was a former operational firefighter for the airports company at George Airport. On Wednesday evening at about 10 o'clock we got the go-ahead to respond to Knysna to go and assist with fires as it then was starting to really evolve into huge fires, and it could not be contained by the firefighters that was on the ground at that stage. So the town was in dire need of any assistance that they could get from anywhere. So we went through and responded, and upon my arrival in Knysna at the fire station, there was a overwhelming feeling of gratitude as we responded with one of our operational vehicles, which is quite it's a rapid intervention vehicle. So it means it's got a capacity of 8,000 liters of water, and the deployment of that water can be fully executed within 2 minutes. So we could use the vehicle and utilize it throughout the town for the whole night. And I personally responded with some crew that was from Knysna Fire, as well as several other volunteers that was at the fire station at that stage. So we could go move throughout the whole town, and I actually fought several fires. The one was the specific guest house that's on the main drive next to the lagoon. Unfortunately, we lost that house, but it was quite a battle to fight that one, but it was just too little too late to try and knock that fire down. And we moved throughout all the suburbs and to see where we could assist and put down fires, especially behind some of the service stations and houses at Old Place, and then all along the top of the mountain we were there. And yeah, it was quite bad. And then just from there it just evolved into bigger fires, and we were able to post crews at the fire throughout Knysna wherever they needed us, up until Monday still, where we assisted where we could and put down some fires. It was quite an emotional experience to see the loss that the people went through, in terms of houses that completely lost, shacks that was completely burned out in the informal settlements, and just to fight the fires itself. If there's one that I can specifically recall it was a really shushu moment for all of us, was the fire that we fought between us at the back of Samola and Concordia at the back, just next to that plantation. There's a community there with at least 20 houses there, where we literally saved the houses that the fires were on the brink of the houses. That was in collaboration with the fire crew from George Fire Department working on fire, and then us as ACSA George that could deploy our vehicle down there, and that was a real intense fire. We had some problems with water there, but we managed to get some water from water tankers that was deployed down to us, and it was a real hard fire, and just a gratitude from the people there. And we can say that we didn't lose any houses down there. We were able to save a lot of pets of people there, and it was quite emotional to be part of that community while we were busy working on the fires. And I can say that it was an awesome experience to be able to make a difference and help that community there. We also had a big fire down at the back of Pazula at Nutsi, also very close to that community there. It's down in that little forest bush down there where fire was looming and burning down there. We also had some great support there from the guys from working on fire and the ACSA guys. So we were quite busy throughout over the weekend, and then on Monday we went back in just to go to that plantation next to Concordia. It's a young pine plantation, so there's a lot of glue and sap off the trees, and that started to take flame, and we were able to get that fire knocked out as well. And yes, through all the collaboration and support of all the fire crews throughout South Africa that came down to assist, I think we eventually broke the back of the fire, and stopped it from really spreading and getting much worse. Wind was a big factor over the weekend and towards the end of last week, but we were able to work around that and get the fires out. And yeah, we at the end of the day we could walk away and save a lot more than would have got lost as a result of the fire.